and this is your Fast Money Trade School. Feel like you're getting lost at sea in the stock market? One tip to find your way: follow the whales, Wall Street's most powerful investors. These heavy hitters have to disclose their biggest holdings. Just check out a 13F form filed quarterly to see what Buffett or Icahn have been buying. But before you dive in head first, remember, even whales can get beat. Class dismissed.
I'm a whale watcher. I'm a whale watcher. I'm a whale watcher. Are you? Does this market have you down? Well, then let's do some Wall Street whale watching. Hello, I'm Brian Mckeon, partner at the JMB FLP. And today we'll be talking about numbers 51 through 55 of my list of the 100 top traders. Today we'll be talking about Michael Price, the Third Avenue Value, Duquesne Capital, Morgan Stanley Intrepid Value, and the Blackrock Equity Dividend. Now this strategy has done so well for me, it's put me in the top 3% in this year's CNBC tournament with returns of over 49%. Also, you can see how it's done for me in past tournaments. Now what I merely do is follow the picks of the richest, most successful investors out there and get their picks through these free websites. Then I get an average analyst ranking through these sites as well. Now I'd like to remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of January 16, 2009. Now first we have the BlackRock Equity Dividend with a strong buy coming in with PG. Next we have Exxon, Chevron, Total, UTX, ECA, RTN, NT. All of those would be considered moderate buys at this time. Then we move on to JPMorgan Intrepid Value with Exxon, Chevron, CB, Mo, RAI, and Telephone. All those would be considered moderate buys at this time. Next we move on to Duquesne Capital. We have DNA, CLF, and EXC. All of those would be considered moderate buys at this time. Then we move on to the Third Avenue Value. We have PKX and CVA. Those would be considered moderate buys at this time. Finally, we move on to Michael Price. You see he has MVC as a strong buy and NWE as a moderate buy. Now I'd like to remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of January the 16th, 2009. So in review, the strong buys are MVC and Procter & Gamble. Also, the moderate buys are here for you as well. So in review, what we merely did was went through these asset managers and got an average analyst ranking through these free websites. So if you'd like a more up-to-date analysis on this, you can merely put that into the appropriate websites. So on to disclaimer time. Disclaimer: I am not a licensed investment advisor, and the investments I am showing you today are what I'm doing for my friends and family's accounts. Also, I currently own shares of Brookfield Asset Management, General Electric, Goldman Sachs, JPMorgan, Monsanto, Morgan Stanley, Sony, and Total. So, in closing, this is Brian Mckeon from the JMB FLP saying thank you and see you next time, folks. I'm a whale watcher.